Already. Today is Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be here tomorrow, Friday, and at least we can get some 2 minutes weekend. That's how the weekend feels for some of us. You just close your eyes for just a minute on a Friday evening and then one more on Saturday evening, and then by the time you know it's Monday again. That's the hustle. But I pray that you're keeping a positive spirit and you're okay wherever you are. Well, when I was coming this morning, I was looking out to see if the pricing on our boards at the fueling stations have changed. None had changed for me, but yesterday, in an attempt to buy fuel, we realized that most petrol stations were not selling fuel yesterday. I don't want to mention the name of one that we all know, but yes, we tried to buy fuel yesterday, and when you get there, all they do is this: there's no fuel. Well, we all know that it's not a matter of there's no fuel. Everybody wants to make profits. Everybody wants to take advantage of the 10 cedi mark today. That's why they were stopping people from buying fuel yesterday. Bella is here this morning. Welcome back from the north.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to get into how the experience was and everything, but first of all, did you see any change on
No,
the
I haven't.
boards this
Unfortunately, I also didn't see any change.
Okay,
I just know that a number of the fuel stations have also turned off the figures, you know, on their
DM
display
for price.
board, and they're saying this, DM for price. So we're waiting to see, but it's likely at this morning or today that prices of fuel are going to go up. And so if you are buying diesel, then that is going to increase by 30.41%.
Yep.
I mean, you know, that's an estimation, but let's see. We're even told it could go higher than that. But you're expected to buy diesel for 10 cedis and 72 pesos per liter if you're already buying it for about 8 cedis, 22 pesos. And for petrol, you're likely to buy it for 9 cedis, 72 pesos per liter. It was selling at 8.22. So at some places, it was like 8.4. But there's an 18% increase in that. And for me, the biggest worry as well, apart from these two, is the price of LPG.
Gas.
Because just about a week or two ago, it had increased by 5%.
Exactly.
People were complaining that they were buying it for about 140 Ghana cedis. Now you're going to have to pay 174.58 Ghana cedis
like
for your 14
175.
kilogram, you know, gas cylinder. And that's where the problem is. I know COPEC is threatening a demonstration on Friday because they're saying that government should be able to step in and cushion Ghanaians. There are some 3 taxes that they want them to take off. What is happening to that? Because it's something that they've been asking for a long time, and not just the minority. And people in the energy industry are all saying that special petroleum tax, energy sector levy, pollution and sanitation levy, take it off, scrap it. But I remember that the Deputy Energy Minister, when this conversation started again at the time when fuel had increased about 3 times this year, he was saying that, well, if you're asking us to cushion you, we might cushion you, but you will pay for it eventually.
So that's what we're doing
which
now,
is which?
no?
What are we going to do? But is there not a way that they can still cushion us without us having to pay for it eventually? Because salaries are the same, and I'll keep drumming on this. And I wanted to ask people this question, that when was the last time your salary was increased? Looking at the fact that everything else has increased. Everything, literally. And I'm saying this because on my way back from Tamale as well, because you'd expect that food prices would be cheaper on that part of, or that side of Ghana.
It was expensive?
Yeah. A bunch of plantain was starting at 80 Ghana cedis.
80. 80.
Yes. 80 Ghana cedis.
80.
A bunch of plantain.
80.
When we moved, along the road, someone also said 50 and she won't reduce it.
50.
So it was between 80 and 50, and the least you can get it for if your bargaining skills are really top notch. You get it for 40, nothing below that. But that's how much it is going for in that side.
So
and this is the Ashanti
imagine
region towards the northern
Accra.
region. So if you're coming to Accra, how much are you going to be paying for a bunch of plantain? When you ask them, they tell you, oh, body any ho, nyama boy dio, fuel I dio. You be quite free market. You farm abano. Na yensu ye tuya fuel. Inti I was saying yensu ye de kakra tuso.
It's by the time a bedroom maintain and make a market, it's just something else.
Big problem.
It's just something else.
Let's see what government is going to do. They're saying that there's a way they're going to cushion Ghanaians. Let's see what will happen. But on my trip to the north, by the way.
Yes, how was it?
It was great.
We are sorry about the food,
it was
by the
tough,
way.
but it was great. I know. I struggled.
How come you're struggling with they don't have rice like the normal?
So when you go to the north, you are most likely to eat the local rice.
Okay.
And I tried it. Yes, exactly. I tried it. It wasn't bad at all. Except that, you know that thing where you're used to, your taste bud is used to something. And so you struggle a bit. So look at me. I mean, after our first day of work, we're like, show us a place where we can go get food, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, go to this particular place. It's the most popular spot in in town." We got there, we saw the menu, we're like, "Okay, let's try fufu and see if it will work." Hey.
But how do you go to the north to go and eat fufu?
Oh, but
you should have tried probably tuwo or something.
I don't eat tuwo, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, I've tried it before and I didn't like it.
Oh, I get it.
So there was no way I could have tuwo.
But fufu in the northern region,
but it's not bad. I mean, they're popular for yam fufu.
Well,
so it was
yam fufu you tried.
Well, I tried cassava fufu, but one of my colleagues tried yam fufu, and it still didn't work. The problem was the soup. Because we ordered, but the fufu was
it was good.
No, it wasn't good.
Oh.
It was quite.
Oh.
When I meant even the cassava fufu. So I was asking. Hey, Charlie, it was serious. In Kwano, we said we wanted light soup. We didn't know whether it was light soup.
Bella, they are usually not like that. It's the Hamatan.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, it's the Hamatan.
It's not, because the Hamatan had gone considerably. They were actually preparing for the rainy season. So my first day, Uncle Ye.
Wow.
But then shouts to Juliana. She works at UDS and she works with a dispatch company. So she's my girl, by the way. She got in touch and said, "But how come you're coming to Tamale?
I don't even know about it."
So she showed us all the right places to get food. So we settled a bit. But even before she got in touch, I tried Wachi. Because again, it's supposed to be the hub.
It's supposed to be good.
Oh, my sister.
Uncle Ye.
I
told you to go to my house. Why didn't you go there?
Honestly, I didn't even think of all those things. I didn't think of all those things. But it doesn't mean that the food in the north is bad. Because, I mean, she showed us some really good places. We got some very good food.
So did you go to the place I recommended?
No, I didn't, because there was no time.
Oh, okay.
But I've eaten there before in the past. But it was tuwo, and I didn't really like it. So that's
next
the
time
thing.
you're not trying tuwo.
Maybe I'll try something else. But it was hot. It was hot.
The weather in the
north. There
was
a day when it was 41 degrees Celsius.
Up north.
And that 41 degrees, it is piercing your skin.
Whoa,
even the regular 37.
You can't handle it.
Listen, you can't handle it. And I was sad because there were so many underdeveloped towns. And I walked into one of their huts because we've been told for a long time that because they use the clay to build the huts and the thatch, because of that, it's supposed to preserve some coolness inside. So in the evening around 8 p.m., we had to record something with the locals. So I entered one of the huts to change. It was hot.
Even at 8 p.m.?
It was hot. So I asked them that, how do you manage? And they said, well, usually at this time, we have to sleep on the compound because it's too hot inside. Wow. That is the situation.
Yeah, but I remember.
Of many
but that was the practice many years ago when we were there.
Region.
So typically, in the evening, when you open the gate or the door to a very large compound house, everyone is sleeping outside. I remember that very, very well.
I just felt
everyone, and then there's water bottles by everybody. But those times there used to be that. What is it called? That pot.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly. Very close to where everybody's sleeping. So at night you can go and fetch and drink because it was super hot. So till today, I am used to waking up in the night to drink water. Yes, till today.
It was hot, man. I don't know how people are managing. And I'm sorry, but I think our leaders have to do a lot more to develop the northern region and all these other parts.
We're waiting for the day
It's sad to see how
to see all that you take.
I mean, all these people living in abject poverty, and they're working so hard to make money, but they're barely making ends meet.
We can't wait for the day show. We'll see all that you brought to us.
Yes,
from
absolutely.
Anyway,
thank you to Ibrahim. Let me just say thank you to Ibrahim Mahama. We visited his Red Clay Art Institute, and also to Aishaba of the Aishaba Shea Butter Company Limited. Thank you for that. And also to, what's his name? Oh, shame on me. I sat on a horse with him. Fancy Gadam. Yes. We hung out with Fancy Gadam as well. And it was fun. He took us into the ghetto.
Why was his hand here?
If he had held my waist.
His hands were on your thighs, girl.
If he had held my waist,
we don't like that from Bay.
Complained.
Bay doesn't like that.
Bay was okay.
No, he wasn't.
Bay, are you okay?
No, he wasn't.
Bay hasn't complained.
I know he wasn't. How could he? No, we'll talk about that when we come back. Let's go for a break. We'll talk about it when we come back. Johnny must hear this.